welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all of my first trimester, all the symptoms I experienced, how I was feeling, how everything was going. I remember watching all of these videos even before I was pregnant because I was so interested in how like people experience things. And while experiencing my first trimester, I was watching these videos because I wanted to see like, is someone experiencing the same things as me? Or is this normal? Or is this weird? Like, what's going on? So I really hope this video helps, or I hope you just find it interesting. So let's get started. I have everything in my phone. I literally wrote almost like daily of how I was feeling and how different my symptoms would change because it was literally crazy. I will say I feel like I had an easier experience than some people and than like my mom and like other people that I've talked to, but everyone's experience is their own. This is the first time I was pregnant ever, so the symptoms were hard for me. I found out when I was like right before, I guess, hitting my like 4th week, if that makes any sense, of being pregnant. But I started jotting down all of my symptoms after that. So starting from May 13th, the day afterwards, I noticed that I was having a backache when laying on my back, like anytime. My backache was, I would say, the most severe symptom I was getting like within those first 2 weeks. It was so bad, like it just felt like burning in my back. And like if you experience period cramps, like lower back pain from period cramps, that's what it felt like, but like more and constant. I started to notice I was needing to pee a little more. I noticed I started to gag when I was brushing my teeth. Whenever I would brush my tongue, which I've never like gagged brushing my tongue before, but every time, it wasn't the toothpaste or anything, but it was always when I would brush my tongue. I gagged every single time, which was so weird for me. I also said I was hungry right when I woke up, and then when I would go and try to go figure out what I wanted to eat, nothing sounded good, which is a running theme throughout the first trimester. By the afternoon, I wouldn't know what I wanted to eat. I could always eat my morning smoothie and perfectly fine, but then I wouldn't know what I wanted to eat the rest of the day. My exhaustion was getting so bad. It was so terrible. It felt like I was taking like a bottle of Benadryl and like I could not stay awake. I would be driving home from work and feel like I need to pull over because I was so exhausted. My eyes felt like they were gonna close. I would fall asleep anywhere, and like I'm not that kind of person. Like I don't really take naps a lot. I don't really like them because I wake up like not feeling good after them, but I could not stay awake for the life of me. Like Kyle, my fiance, would literally be like, let's get you to lay down, because I would just pass out like sitting up. It was the craziest thing, and I would sleep for like 3 or 4 hours every single day. And I also wasn't getting any good sleep at night, so I feel like it was a combination, but it was definitely the symptom of exhaustion. It was so bad, and it carried on probably the first week of finding out I was pregnant on until the end of the first trimester. I felt so grumpy all the time because I was just so tired. That's all I wanted to do is sleep. Nothing sounded good but sleep. This is when I started getting super bloated, which I think every single woman experiences in pregnancy, is being so bloated. It would be so bad, like painfully bad. Like I remember sometimes being in so much pain. My stomach, it would look like I was, you know, 4 months pregnant when I was 4 weeks pregnant, because I would get so bloated no matter if I didn't eat. If I did eat, I would always be bloated by the end of the day. It was so uncomfortable, really gross. I started burping a lot, which I hate because I'm not a burper. I never burp. Even Kyle was like, oh my god, like that's so different, you never do that. Because I don't burp, but now it's constant. Like I could never stop. Not like gross burps or anything, but like I just had burps. Along with going pee a lot, I was experiencing like in my pelvic region, it would kind of be in pain if I was holding my bladder. I don't even know how to explain the pain that it was in. It wasn't like UTI pain, because like I said, I've had UTI pain before, but it was like right, like here's your pelvis, the V of everything. It was like right here. So painful anytime I had to pee, even if there wasn't pee. By week 7, I guess it's the end of week 6, starting week 7, I started having super vivid dreams. I'm already a vivid dreamer and I dream every single night as is, but the dreams were so vivid and crazy that I didn't know if it was just a memory, like if I actually experienced it, or if it was a dream. Like I couldn't even tell sometimes. My brain started feeling more scattered and I couldn't remember things as much. We went to breakfast with my family and I ended up walking out without my purse, and Kyle went to go get it, but he even pointed out like, you never forget anything. Like I'm not a forgetful person. I'm not a scatterbrain person. So for me to forget like my purse at a restaurant is super weird. My boobs were already growing, and they were growing constantly and in so so much pain. I even told Kyle today, like, I'm so happy that I don't have to deal with that pain right now, because it was so agonizing. Like, if I would fall asleep laying on my back, I would wake up in the morning and like on the sides, they were in so much pain. Like, Kyle would have to hug me like this, because he couldn't even hug hitting my chest because it hurt so bad. I started getting veins on my boobs as well. The veins were so weird to me, like super bright blue and green veins, like kind of scary looking. I believe I started getting food aversions 6 weeks in, 7 weeks in. I was making dinner. I made this like stir-fry meal with like rice, tofu, broccoli, green beans, zucchini, like every veggie you could think of, right? And I was so disgusted trying to eat it, and I even took a picture of it. I can't even look at that picture anymore because it literally makes me want to throw up, and that's when all the food aversions started. I couldn't eat bread anymore. Like, all the carb things that they say like pregnant women depend on in their first trimester, I literally couldn't eat. I would crave something and be like, we have to get this, we have to get this snack, I need it now. We'd go get it. I would eat a couple bites and I'd be like, nope, I can't eat it anymore. So we literally had a full drawer of every single snack that I would like try eating, and then I couldn't eat anymore after like one day, and I couldn't even look at it anymore. I tried all of my favorite things within the week of all of my food aversions, and then I couldn't eat any of those things my whole first trimester, which sucked. Within my 7th, 8th week, I started to get a really weird taste in my mouth. No matter how many times I brushed my teeth, no matter what I ate, like I could eat a fruit smoothie, the taste was so bad in my mouth, and it went on for a couple weeks. Like, I could not stand it. It wasn't the metallic taste like other pregnant women say. It was the weirdest taste ever. And then for my 8th week of pregnancy, the best food aversion ever happened. And it's not a food aversion, but I started to hate water. I could not stand the taste of water. Like, I have a hydro flask, like a pink hydro flask that I was always drinking my water out of. I couldn't even look at my water bottle anymore because I couldn't even drink water, and I associated it with the water bottle too. I was having terrible heartburn, so anything that gave me heartburn, I would associate it with. So I would get a food aversion from that, or if it was a drink, I would get a drink aversion, whatever you want to call it. I did find out later that my heartburn was coming, like I had heartburn as my first trimester symptoms, but it was coming from a prenatal that I was taking, and the prenatal had like algae in it or something, so it literally tasted like I was burping up like fish. It was really gross, and it made everything that I ate, I would think that that was where I was getting the heartburn from, and I couldn't figure it out for the longest time. So I switched prenatals and things got a lot easier, but I was still not able to drink water, so I was having to put a ton of lemon juice in my water. My chest, my shoulders, and my back were aching out like crazy. It was terrible. Literally overnight it popped up like bumps everywhere in my shoulders, everywhere on my back, everywhere on my chest. I guess it was my 8th week of pregnancy. I didn't know it was round ligament pain because I didn't know you could get it that early on. It felt so early, but now being farther along into my pregnancy, it definitely was round ligament pain. I am a pretty small person. I'm only 5 feet tall, and my doctors and midwives had told me like, you're gonna feel a lot, you're gonna feel a bunch of stuff like going on within your body because I am small. And so they were like, so get ready to feel, and I did. Like, I was cramping a lot, getting a lot of pelvic pain, a lot of round ligament pain. At 10 weeks, I started craving chicken and ranch, and I'm vegan, so it was really weird for me to crave chicken. So we started buying like these little vegan chicken nuggets, which was really satisfying me. So I would say for like a good week, I was eating just chicken nuggets and ranch for dinner every single night because it's all I wanted. I went to my midwives and I would tell them about my exhaustion, how bad it is, and we did test my blood levels, and I did have extremely low iron, which I usually have had low iron in the past, even before I was vegan, so I kind of knew that might have been a thing. So they had me up my dose of more than just taking my prenatal that has iron in it. I also started taking another iron supplement along with that, and I will say like things started to turn around like a good amount like after a week or so. And also I stopped like craving chicken, so I feel like because I was low on iron, I was craving that for some reason. Like, once my iron levels started to get back where they were supposed to be, I wasn't craving that anymore, and I was actually kind of grossed out with it. I started to get, at 10 weeks, weird eye twitching, and it would not go away. I think it was in my left eye, I can't even remember anymore. It was constant every single day, no matter if I had enough food, enough water, if I slept enough, like constant. It was so annoying. So I think that's like overall it. So I would say exhaustion, food aversions, backaches, leg cramps, vivid dreams, cramping, round ligament pain. So it seems like a lot, but it also wasn't. But also at the time, it seems like it's so terrible. Like getting through the day is so hard. And especially because one, you're not showing, and two, no one knows that you're pregnant, so you have to act like everything's fine when like you don't feel fine, and you know there's like a real life baby in there that's developing constantly, rapidly, every single day, and you just have to go on like, yeah, I feel fine, I'm not exhausted, I don't feel grossed out by things. Like, it was the craziest thing. First trimester wasn't terrible looking back, but also it wasn't fun. When I look back at those pictures, I'm like, you poor girl, we're so miserable. I'm so happy to be out of the first trimester. If you have any more questions about how the first trimester went, or what your symptoms are, like if you're experiencing the first trimester right now, leave comments below, leave questions below. I'm always willing to answer. But I hope you like this video. I hope this really helped you, because I know I watch first trimester videos all the time. So I hope you like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.